Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee, and bangarang. Let's get this party started with a prayer. Our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, that Divine Feminine, all one and the same. Those that give and protect, we say thank you. We say thank you for everything that you have given us and the resources such as angels and guides that you have given us. Please tonight, open my mind, shut me out a little bit, and make sure that I'm hearing your message in these cards and whatever you have to say and not mine. So mote it be. All right. So get ready. We're already going to start. I'm fixing to throw Gillian for a loop as she's down here producing. She's in here, folks. So everybody just say, hi, Gillian. But at the same point, okay, post the link. All right, Gillian, and what we're going to do, anybody that wants to come on camera will get a more in-depth reading, okay? So what I'm going to say is, remember, if you click the link that Gillian's fixing to post, or you copy and paste it into your browser, once you come in here, shut off YouTube, stay with me while we're on camera together in the studio, and then when you're done, you can come out and go back into YouTube and catch right up. So it's good to be there. So Linda, glad to see you here. Donna, everybody, hello, tribe, Rob, and Gillian. I can't wait for some great readings tonight. And bangarang, me too. I hear you. This is going to be good. I've had a good feeling about this today. Miss Cynthia, hello. Deborah, glad you are here. Maria, glad to see you here. Welcome. Hey, what's going on? You know, let's see something. The first thing, we're going to have a little fun, okay? Asking the tribe. My wife's saying yes. Y'all tell me. I said no. But this is what I do when I am not on camera, okay? And she said I should go on camera with my hat. Y'all tell me. I don't like it on camera, but y'all tell me. So we're going to let y'all can all vote yes or no. Put in yes or no on the hat, and y'all can see what happens. I wear these. I wear the scallies. Different hat. Maybe we should do Friday night's the hat night or something like that. Let me know what you think, and we'll see what's happening, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to take it off unless y'all tell me to put it back on. You know, Maria, do you see me getting a job on the Red Cross nursing home? Will the lady call me next week? All right, Maria, let's take a look at something here. All right. So we're going to go with our copper. This is more of a yes, no. Okay. Do you see me getting the job? I'm going to kind of cycle in, turn in here. Let me find out what's happening. I feel like you're getting the phone call. I do really feel like you're going to get a phone call. What that phone call is going to be or whatnot, I'm not quite sure. So let's ask. Pendulum, will you work with me this evening? Yes. Pendulum, do you need any cleaning or anything? No, went right into that. Okay. Pendulum, is Maria getting the job on the Red Cross nursing home? The pendulum is saying no. I'm being told no. I feel like you're getting a call, and I feel like this could lead to something else, or something else is going on that you're going to have to take care of. But right there, so let's find out. We're going to look. Tonight, I am using, what's the name of this? This deck is the colors and everything on it. Chibi Tarot. I'm going to show you all what it looks like. Decided tonight would be a little bit of fun. All right, let's see what's happening here. Boom. So y'all can see the actual lights a little bright. Chibi Tarot by Mustafa. It's one of these things. You'll love the cards. Y'all seen these cards before, things like that. So here we go. But Maria, let's ask for some clarity on what's going on with this Red Cross gig. Okay, let's see what's happening here. All right, and Maria wants to know if she's getting the job on the Red Cross nursing home. Will the lady call next week? Let me find out what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Okay. And I did feel, Maria, you just said, maybe the boss gave me a bad reference. That happens. And I did feel there was something that was out of your control in this mix. So let's see what's going on. Let's find out. We're going to ask, I'm asking Spirit to show me, or let's see what's happening here. You know, what's going on with Maria and this job on the Red Cross thing. Okay. Knight of Cups. All right. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. We're going to read them together. 6 of coins, and then the 5 of coins. I do feel like something that is happening, and you're moving forward. Something's getting in the way, and I don't know what's going on. The Knight of Cups is about that heart. It's about emotional things. If something emotional is happening, and one of the things is, I feel like there's help coming. Something's going on. The 6 of coins is talking to me about the previous job. All right. And that, you know, it's time to give back. Maybe you need to find out what's going on, what's happening, win the call back, and see what's going on. Now, the 5 of coins, when we look here, okay, we're kind of working in reverse. All right. The 5 of coins. It's telling me there's something here that you need to work on with somebody, okay? That some help, some clarity, things like that are going to be needed and to come up with. You know, when we have that, we look at the High Priestess. What is your knowledge telling you? What do you know? Why would the previous boss give you this? But you know, what this is saying is you already know the answer to whatever's coming with this. You might be moving forward on this. There might be some stipulations of some training or some classes also, is what I just got told. And you're going to have to ask for help. You might have to do like a volunteer probationary period or something like that. That's okay. I'm feeling like it's going to pay off. Use your intuition, but use your personal knowledge. You know about what's going on. You already know what's happening. We have the Chariot. You have to stay focused. One of the things Spirit just hit me with, there's something better coming. Okay. That's what I'm really, is this your dream job? Is this exactly what you wanted to do? Keep your focus. These are both major arcana cards, but you have to use your knowledge. You have to understand what's going on. I think there might be a little desperation feeling, and you shouldn't. Know your value. Stay focused and keep charging on. Ultimately, yes, you got to get clear of something that no longer serves you, get clear of this job, get clear of the supervisor or whatever it may be. And in this, though, you'll be able to walk on and find something new, and that things are going to go. Whatever's not working for you, let it go. Okay? Time to walk away from it. That's what we're going to see. You're going to be able to move from all, you're going to be able to move on from this, but emotionally, don't stay attached to that. Okay. Hope that makes sense. We'll find out. I'd like to do more in-depth reading with you on it. Let me know. Everybody, number one, as everybody knows, do me a favor. All right. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. At the end of this or during this, share the link. Let people see what's going on here. Let people see what's going. I'm mixing the cards up elsewhere in the deck, as I always do. I just, that's me. I don't know. I just like to make sure it's my own thing. Okay. That's my thing. Let's see what's going on. So here we go. All right. Now, Gillian has posted the link. There we are. And this is what's happening. Come live on the show and get a reading with Rob. On Friday nights, if you will go copy this link and get in here, you will get a much more in-depth reading. I'll spend a little more time with you, more cards, things like that, and we'll go from there. That's the purpose of Friday nights. But I'm not just going to ignore people or whatnot. So, we also have some exciting news. We're still working the kinks out. June 29th, I believe, is the date. I will be back doing live readings at the Off Cabot in Beverly, Massachusetts. You're more than welcome. Stay tuned, see what's going on. If you're in the New England area, come by. But we are working again. We're going to change up what happened a little bit, do this a little differently, and we're going to do a broadcast live again. So let's see what happens, and that's going to be fun to do. So everybody's in. People are coming in. Summer Wolf, good to see you. Welcome. Bangarang, glad you are here. Let me see what's going on here. I'm trying to find anything else here. All right. Nope, that's it. All right. So there we are. Wolf, aka Operation Stealth Howling Wolf. I love it. How you doing, Wolf? Glad to see you. Hello, tribe. Rev Rob Gillian. I can't wait. Boy, everything just went weird. Okay. Rob, chat, what's the hats? I'm not quite getting that. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm not understanding that one, Wolf. You got to help me out here, brother. Okay, so I can understand what's going on a little more. Okay, what's the haps? Okay, hi, Summer Wolf. Welcome. Hi, Wolf. Glad you're here. Let me know. I love the hat. I wear hats all the time, especially up here in New Hampshire because I'm bald and it's a little chilly. Okay, keeps my sinuses from going insane. But everything's going good. So if that's what's happening, and I'm just not up on my hip, lot going on. Okay, and let's see what's happening. Okay, let me see. Getting through here. So what we're going to do right now, while people are coming in the door, we're getting settled. And if anybody wants to come on and ask a question, I am going to do a reading for the group tonight right here. Okay. And I'm going to ask Spirit. We're going to look and just, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and pop them in. It's okay. All right. I much rather that you come on the show with me tonight. Let's see what's happening. But that works too. All right. So let's go. All right. Shuffling the cards here. Newer deck. My wife got these for me. They're really cool. All right. Let me get clicked over here so we're not missing anything. Boom. All right. So, Spirit, I am asking, is there a message that you would like for the tribe to have tonight? A lot of times, when people aren't with questions, we just go to Spirit and say, what do we need to know right now? And if something's going to happen, if something in this reading, if something speaks and you said, Rob, that's directed at me, pop it in there and we'll go into a little more detail. Okay, let's take a look. If this reading, what's coming now, speaks to somebody, this very well may be a message to somebody in particular. So right out of the gate, I've got the 10 of coins. So somebody might be going through some hard times or whatnot financially. This section is coming to an end, but you're able to bring them and manifest some beautiful things. We have the idea that the King of Coins. Now is a time where if you're dealing with something financial, okay, and tangible in this real world, this is not a time to be going off base, going outside the box with your money. This is time for you to stay in control, be in control, and know what's going on. Use whatever's there. Okay. You've got to be in control. 6 of Wands. This might be an investment, something you've been working on, something with a job or whatnot. The 6 of Swords, a lot of worry, a lot of things have happened. Something didn't work out quite right. And this is saying, you know what? Stop throwing good to bad, and it's time to move on. Let that go. Something has come to an end. Time for you to take control of your life, of your work life, and that's okay. This is about a job. Something is done. It served its purpose. Time for you to be in control, but it's time for you to move on. That's going to serve you better in your mental health, your mental state, and in your financial world. We've got here, the Ace of Swords. What Spirit is saying, whoever this is talking to, or if it's to everybody, okay, what Spirit is saying here, there's a new way to think. There's a new way to communicate. There's a new way to look at things. And this is what is going on. Something's coming to an end. It's time for you to take control. Hello, I am glad you are here. Just do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you've got a question, pop in and give me the question. Or hit the StreamYard link that Gillian has posted in the chat, paste it in, close out YouTube, and come live on screen, and I'll do a more in-depth reading with you. Love to have you on screen, but welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So whenever I see these here, this is remembering something really didn't kind of work, or it's coming to an end. And mentally, it's time to shift gears. It's time to set your eyes on a new horizon, a new place, or new something like that. Okay. Now, when you do this, you have to be ready to change your thought process. Whole new ways of thinking, whole new ways of communicating. Some things are going to happen. This might be something completely new for you, and we'll see what's going on. Okay. All right. Here we go. The Ace of Cups. There's new emotional things. There's all new happiness, joy. There's things to be found out there. This is going to open the door. By moving forward and moving on, things are going to be able to help you rock forward and get some new things and new insight. You're going to find, it's ironic. This may be even for Gillian. We had this conversation about some jobs and things like this. And I had this conversation actually with a waitress today about being in a waitress. I don't even know if that's the right word anymore. Server, just an awesome young lady that we know at a restaurant we frequent, about hamster wheel jobs. Are you caught in one? Is it time to step aside and have some faith? Time to go find your joy. Remember, Spirit is saying you being happy is up to you. If you don't like this, and I love this, Gillian and I constantly tell people all the time, if you don't like where you're at, you're not a tree, move on, and that's where you're going to find it. What we've got here is the Page of Coins. It is time to explore. It is time to look at new opportunities. It's time to see life as a new journey, a new way to make money, a new way to live in this world. And that's that passionate, that find that again. Okay. Let's see. We go here. The Knight of Cups. There's that Knight of Cups again. Okay. What I'm really getting here in this job, wherever we're dealing with this job or with employment, okay, one of the things we're looking at here is that it's time to move forward. You have to take control. All right. New things are out there. You've got to get passionate about what's going on in your life in the real world, but you have to move on emotionally. You've got to let this thing, and somebody very well could be coming in to help you or make an offer or whatnot. So let's see what's going on here. Finally, we will go 5 of Coins. Yep, might need some help. Scary. Might know what's out there, but help is closer and things are better than what they seem. The Chariot, look here. We have the Chariot. Remember, I separated these cards. So Spirit wanted these cards together. You have to keep focused. You have to keep moving on. All right, Wolf, you're saying this resonates with your situation. All right, so a lot of times we think the job should make us happy. We need to go to work at a place that we're happy working at, okay? And that's what Spirit is saying here. This might be time for you to move on and be able to focus. It can be scary leaving what I call a hamster wheel job, a job that's paying well, maybe not even paying well, but it pays just enough to pay the bills. You're able to live a limited lifestyle, but not the lifestyle you're looking for. Well, maybe it's time to move on. You might have to ask for help, but is asking for help, is going through a little hardship worth being able to focus and move on and building the life that you want? Okay, here we go. Pulled 2 cards. Looky here. The Happy Squirrel. I love this card. It's hysterical. This is not a part of the original tarot, okay? And I believe this actually, people started using this card as it stemmed from an episode of The Simpsons, okay? If I'm not mistaken, all right? Where Lisa had the Happy Squirrel card in a deck or something she made or whatnot. So the Happy Squirrel. Think about this when we're talking about, this is really powerful. Think about this when we're talking about being able, all right, in work, What does a squirrel do? Gathers nuts, takes them back to the tree, stores them, things like this. In our job, in making money, and building our life, in squirreling away our nuts, sometimes the squirrel's got to leave the tree. It's got to come down and put itself out there, okay, in danger of a hawk, in danger of the fox, in danger of the snake, things like that, to get what it needs to live the happy life that it wants. And I think that's very, very prominent. And, there you go. I'm not happy with my job. I started Tuesday. You know what? Give it a little bit of time. But then if you're not, and I'm telling you, I'm urging you, don't spend time doing something you hate because you feel obligated. I would say it right up front. You know what? If you weren't working out for them in that first 90 days, they will let you go due to being on probation. Trust me, been there, done that. Okay. So I want you to understand that it's a job. We keep saying, well, I committed. We've had this commitment driven in. But if you don't like the job, then guess what? There's what you need to know, and there's what you need to do. So it's time to move on. There's something better for you out there. I really firmly believe that that's what this is saying, Wolf, is that there's something better for you. And if you're not careful, you'll get stuck, all right, trying to figure that out, all right, and you'll miss something, all right. I'm wondering if that makes sense. I'm putting these into a back end because I pulled a lot of cards. So Wolf, let me know. I'd love to talk to you more about that. And let's see what's happening. Okay, there we go. Boom, mix all the cards up. See what's going on there. Some of them may have gotten back together, and we'll find out. We'll see what's happening. You know what? What are Solomon's true hidden feelings towards me? AM, here's one of the things. I know you're new and I appreciate it. I do not read people third party. I think it's intrusive for me to go into his private life and what his feelings without his permission. All right. If you don't know his feelings towards you, it's time. This is called dating. This is called stepping forward, learning to communicate and ask him directly, or spend some more time getting to know each other. All right. What I will do for you is say, let's do a reading about what you need to know, okay, about being in a relationship with Solomon. Let's do that. Okay. So I wouldn't pry into your life. I don't want to pry into his. All right. And let's see where we go from there. Okay. So great question. And a lot of people will do this reading, okay? But people change. You change. Everybody changes. He can feel one way today and a different way tomorrow. So AM, here we go. Let's take a look. Spirit, AM needs to know what she needs to understand. And let's find out what she needs to know about being, she just asked a question. I love that. Okay. Yes. About your love life will be for the rest of the year. That's a great way. Now we're talking about you. I can go into detail with that or whatnot. So here we go. Hey, Carrie, glad you are here. Welcome. Cynthia, I see you're having problems getting back on. That's all right. We'll take care of it. We'll figure it out, and we will still do the reading. Hold on. So AM wants to know about her love life, how it will be for the rest of this year. All right. So we're asking her, AM, I want to ask you a question, and my tribe, the tried and true, they know the question I'm fixing to ask you. How much do you love yourself? If you're looking to find true love, you have to love yourself. If you're looking to find your soulmate, you have to actually have accomplished the task that you set forth when your soul separated from itself. All right. Have you accomplished those tasks? One of the things I want you to do is to think about, okay, if I haven't accomplished those tasks and I'm not completely and totally happy with myself and in love with myself, you cannot make your soulmate happy. So that's going to be one of the things right there I would ask you without even reading cards. And if you've done all that, let's find out and let's see what's going on. Spirit is going to talk about your love life. So, what does AM need to know, okay, about the love life? So, the Knight of Wands, all right, this is your passion. Are you pursuing, all right? I do see somebody coming at you that is going to have a lot of passion and fire. Now, here's the thing. We're not talking about the love passion. We're talking about this is somebody that you might see is very pointed or very help me, Spirit, because the word my tongue's tripping up again in this channel. um they're driven. They know what's going on. Are you driven? Where are you at? Has this become your sole purpose, is to find love? If that be the case, death card. So codependency is very heavy here when I see these cards together. It's become so important that this makes you happy. You have to learn to live life and let things go in order to be able to allow something new to come in. The death card is here for a reason. 5 of Wands. Don't get drawn into in your love life. If you keep bringing people in that Spirit doesn't put in your way, you're going to actually get caught into all this freaking drama. And somebody might be dragging you into this drama in your love life. And be careful. And what I'm feeling is somebody may lie to you about commitments or third party promises that you may not be. They might be on the rebound. Okay. Watch for that. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. They are on the rebound. They seem like they're all in, but they're actually on a rebound and they've got a lot of undue drama that is mixed in. So I want you to be careful. Is that you? Are you on the rebound? You don't have to answer me here. Okay. Is this drama? Are you caught up in other people's drama? Things like this that's taking you off path. 8 of Wands. It is time for you to let all this go and move forward on your journey. This is about your fire, not somebody else's. In your love life, you have to love yourself and charge forward. Be that fire. Don't get caught up in everybody else's stuff. Look at what works for you. The 8 of Wands is all about movement. It's all about fire. So I want us to look here. We have the Hierophant. You know what? Stick to the tried and true. All right? Don't go. This is something in your love life. Be patient. Be patient. Stay traditional. Don't try to push something or rush it. It's going to cause you a problem. The 6 of Coins is there to say, Spirit is here to help you. Someone is going to help you find this person. Your love is going to come out in this life, but you have to be patient. And you have to be willing to accept some help and be willing to give back. Are you willing to give back? Look here, 10 of Wands. You're carrying this whole thing around with you. It's a burden. Let it go. Remember, it's time for you to live life. One of the things that I tell people all the time, okay? Stop going out and trying to find somebody, okay? And then sit there and be crying when we don't find them. What I need you to do and what Spirit wants you to do is to go out and be happy. Find that passion in being happy. Once you start enjoying yourself, then and only then will you be able to find what you need. The Queen of Wands. All this Wands has to do with your fire, your passion, where you want to go. We've got the 4 of Cups. This isn't all there is. And I know you feel like it is, but it's not. You're so worried about what you're not doing, or I call this my complacency card. Okay. Well, this has happened, that's happened, this has happened, but there's a gift you're overlooking, and you need to take a look at that. Okay. Gifts are coming. You need to understand, and we are talking about your love life. Strength. Are you strong enough, okay, to mind your P's and Q's, to listen, to stay in an organized and known work environment as far as how your love life will work, okay? Don't, just because somebody speaks up doesn't mean you have to answer them. Let them see your kind, compassionate self, and something is going to break. This will come. You have to remain strong, okay? Stop letting this love, a physical thing, drive what you're doing. And if you do that, everything's going to open up, everything's going to change, everything's going to unfold, and that will be awesome. See the infinity sign here? That's awesome. That's eternity life. You will be able to. The other thing I'm seeing here, what just got told me, is be careful. You might be a little sharp with your tongue sometimes, and that can be a put off. Maybe learn to tone it down a little bit. All right. So there we go. Banger. I'm glad to see that. Feel what's going on. So welcome aboard. Love to see you. Love to have you. Things like that. All right, Miss Cynthia. What does Spirit need me to know? All right. You know what? I didn't see if anybody answered the question about the hat, or did y'all not care? Either way, that's funny, you know. So I want to know about the hat. If y'all want to see me start wearing some hats on the show, maybe Friday night should be hat night, and y'all can see some of the hats I have or whatnot, just to change things up a little bit. These cards are newer, so they're sticking together. So as I'm trying to separate them, it's causing a problem. So, Miss Cynthia, what does Spirit need me to know? All right, hold on. Coffee drink. What's happening? Everybody, make sure you're hitting the subscribe, hit the like button, and I appreciate you. Okay. Miss Cynthia. Whew, let me see. 851. Okay, there we go. Not too far. I got to be careful. I get into too much and I get off into the weeds and we see what happens. So, all right. Bring this back up here, just like this. Miss Cynthia doing the shuffle thing, kind of making sure everything's mixed up or whatnot. All right, Spirit. I got to shift gears in my head here. Spirit, what does Cynthia need to know right now? What's the message for Cynthia? All right, and here we go. All right. Here we are. So, boom, right out of the gate. Page of Cups. All right. So, this is an emotional time, but one of the things that's very important is that you have fun. All right. It's time to celebrate. You've been through a lot. You're getting some things back on balance, things like that. And, folks, if you want to, while I'm here with Cynthia, go to the video section of Tarot with an Attitude. And Cynthia was kind enough to allow me to record a live reading, okay, with her. So her whole reading is there, and this will probably make more sense for you, okay? But check that out. Watch the video. It was great. It was awesome. And you know, she was just tired, and you'll see the video. She's tired. So let's find out. Watch that and let us know what you think. All right. You know, we have the Page of Cups. This is about, if you love somebody right now, tell them. This is that jump out and be that, go back to that heart. Let your heart shine. Let people see the shine. Let your joy show. It's time for you to have fun and express your emotions freely. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Now, this is that mental awareness thing. Okay. The Queen. The Queen is always about taking care of self, our immediate family, or whatnot. But the Queen is there. The Queen of Swords is there to remind you, care for yourself mentally. Why it's saying maybe it's time to go have some fun. I don't know if you play bingo, do whatever, but go fishing. I don't know if the fish brought that in. I don't think you and I have ever talked about that, but go fishing is what I just got hit with very hard. Okay. And remember, take a break mentally. Don't keep thinking through things for your own protection. When you're looking at this, sometimes you've got to look home. All right. And understand the Queen of Swords, she is in control of her own mental stability. She is taking care of what needs to be done. You're analyzing things like that. The Queen of Swords can carry, and if you notice, that's a two-edged sword. It can cut and slice in both ways. Ace of Coins. All right. Miss Cynthia, the Ace of Coins is here to talk about that there very well could be some new resources coming your way. So enjoy them. Splurge. Don't get all freaked out. Make sure you're using your brain. Don't let your emotions get you carried away. All right. New resources are coming in. And the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. All right. Memories, happiness, joy. You know what? You got to teach the kids. All right. Every kid, old kid, young kid, or whatnot. All right. That it's great to have fun. Look here. We have the page on this end and the Six of Cups on this end. Maybe it's time to let your childhood, your inner child play a little bit. Okay. But memories are there to remind us that, you know what, we aren't children anymore. All right. And so, therefore, new things are happening. I'm really thinking you're going to let me know in the next 2 weeks here, something great is coming and you're going to really see some joy. And I feel like the grandkids are going to reap from this benefit. You're going to reap from this benefit. This is what I'm really seeing here, but you have to remain in control through it all. I know that kind of shifted gears there, you know, but that's exactly what I am feeling. Okay. Time to be happy, go fishing, let things happen. Maybe you're working too hard at making something happen. The Queen of Swords, keep your wits about you. Don't let your thoughts get off. Ace of Coins, new resources, and that Six of Cups, happiness and joy, victory breaking through. You're going to be able to smile and live again and have fun with your grandkids, with your daughter, things like that. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. If we want to do more of a reading, let me know, and I will be glad to do that. All right. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. So let me get these cards put back up. Oh, Cynthia. Joey's mom, does that make sense? Left a comment, and I don't know if you know how to get hold of her. If you do or have Joey, she was in, oh, I just dropped some cards. I got to get them. Hold on. Here we go. Ooh, I dropped a bunch of cards. There we go. Got them all. All right. That she wanted to do what you did. Okay. If you would, if you've got a way, I replied back, but I don't have email or anything about how she can get hold of me. Okay. And I'd love to do that for her. Okay. Let me know. All right. And we will see what's going on and find out what's happening. But I don't want her to think I didn't answer her in the chat in YouTube, so we'll see what's going on. All right. So wow. All right. What do we got here? I'm kind of bass backwards here a little bit, moving forward, moving back. I'm not happy. My job starts. Wolf, yes, that's a mistake. And I don't want to make getting, I do not want to make getting stuck in limbo. And we can do that if we are not careful. So let me get over here. Summer Wolf. There we are. I had a tubal pregnancy when I was younger. If you can, please tell me if it would have been a boy or a girl. Okay. We're going to ask, and we are. I'm trying to think of the way I want to do this. We're going to do pendulums, and I'm going to use cards. Okay, and that's an interesting question. All right. Foreclosure on some of that, and you'll always wonder. There'll always be a time, okay, of woulda, but at the same point, that is where we can get stuck if we're not careful. You know, let's see what's happening here. All right. I'm going to drop some cards. Summer Wolf. All right. Let's see what happens here. Would it have been a boy or girl? Spirit. Summer Wolf, you know the situation. All right. but wants to know if this child would have been a boy or a girl. Okay. So if you will let me know, let me see what's happening. I'm going to cut the cards here. We're going to cut. Let's see what happens. All right. I'm going to bring up two cards. All right. I'm just being told. So I have some of these can be a little hard to see. All right. What I'm getting here is the decision had not been made yet in the womb, okay, or in the tube, okay, that this was far enough along that this still could have gone either way biologically. All right. We have the boy, okay, card here. Now, this was your shadow card. So if I take a look just at the light card, this would tell me I was strictly looking for male or female because this deck is very diverse in male or female cards. So chances are this would have been a male. What do you feel? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Thank you very much. I am saying that this should have been, probably would have been a boy. Okay. But you need to go with what you feel and what you how do you feel about it? What does this do? Use your knowledge of the situation. Use how your intuition plays, things like that. Because if you need that to come to terms with it, so you can move on through the gate into happiness. The high priestess talks about using your personal knowledge. The moon talks about your intuition. The high priestess blends her intuition. Notice she's holding a scroll with her personal knowledge. Okay. So, what do you see? According to this, what I'm seeing is it was a boy. Okay. Or would have been a boy. All right. Let me know how that resonates and let me know what you think about this reading. I don't get asked that very much. So I would like to know how this reading resonated with you. Okay. But, God bless. You know what I want to do right now? Tribe, we haven't done this in a while. Okay. We're going to do this right now. Everybody get ready. We're just going to send Summer Wolf, some mental healing, conscious healing. Everything may not be wrong. Nothing may be wrong. It may just be a curiosity thing. Okay. And I can certainly understand that. But I feel the need right now. I've been impressed with the need to just send Summer Wolf some beautiful, fresh energy. Summer Wolf, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, angels draw close, spirit guides draw close. We're letting the energy move as above, flow below. I feel it starting to radiate through. Summer Wolf, I want you to reach out. Just put your palms out towards the set, towards whatever you're watching, towards me, okay? And let this energy pulse through you. This is light energy. This is energy that comes straight from heavens above, heavens below, everything that's coming. This energy, feel this powerful energy or whatnot. This is here for you. We are all here so you can feel this recharge. I want you to be recharged and be rekindled. Angels, I'm telling you to move forward. Let her feel your presence right now. Feel that. Feel their wings around you. Know that love is near and that you are cared for and you are loved. You should feel the vibration coming through your hands. You may actually feel something like it's running down your back or your neck. That is the angels wrapping their wings and their arms around you and spirit guides stepping close. So mode it be. Wow. Okay. Woo. Wow. Summer Wolf, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of that. I appreciate it very much. Let's find out what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Where are we? Donna, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You're absolutely right. And guess what? Donna did the same thing as Cynthia. So make sure you're subscribing, hitting the bell, because tomorrow at noon, Donna's reading airs, and that's going to be even not even better, more fun. Okay. You're going to love it. This is great. They're great personalities. And then Jill from Mainly Mystics, she did the same thing too. Okay. Hers will come out on Sunday or Tuesday. We're going to figure this out, but they're all coming out. You'll be able to see them. I appreciate them so much. You know, Deborah wants to do one. We're going to talk about it. If you're willing to have a reading that I can publish on video, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Okay. Shoot me an email. We can collaborate, figure it out, and we'll talk about it and see what's going on. But I need that email so we can start getting real contact. Okay. Let's see what's going, and see and let's see what's happening. So let's see. Yeah, I can be short sometimes. Yeah, that can be kind of a put off. So be careful. Thank you for the reading and advice. By the way, love the cards. The art on them looks cute. Oh, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm being told the hat is a winner. All right, here we go. I didn't see anything about it. I've been looking at everything else. So hold on. Got to do this. Next week, new hat, and y'all can pick and find out what's going on. All right. So the hat is a winner. There we go. Boom. The tribe has spoken. This is cool. Thank you very much. So Donna, Rob, can I get a message from Spirit? This week, I feel like I'm being held back and also had a dream of being held back. Thanks so much. When we get messages like we have before and you're reading it, people need to see that. Okay. Sometimes things, when we become enlightened to a situation, things work if something's trying to work against you. All right. Some things can happen that will make you feel that way, to make you doubt yourself. Remember, keep moving forward. That's going to be very, very important. Let's do this. Donna needs a message. She feels like she's being held back. All right. And also had a dream of being held back. All right. Let's find out. Spirit, what does this mean? What is this about? The Two of Coins, juggling too many things. Okay. Some of this could be your relationship with your spiritual world and your physical world. All right. Think about that. What's happening? What's going on? Where is all this coming from? All right. So I'm really getting this juggling in the real world, that too much of regular life is getting in the way. All right. And you're getting a little bit sidetracked or off in the weeds. Let's see where this goes. Justice. Got to remember, what you put in is what you're going to get back. This is the Bangarang card. Justice is my Bangarang card. Folks, for those of you, justice, we say Bangarang. We are the Barefoot Bangarang tribe. We believe in getting barefoot, getting grounded. And one of the things we talk about with Bangarang is we believe in what we put out is what we get back. So when I say this is the Bangarang card, this is your karma card. This is it. So if what you're going to allow to hold you back is going to do that. If you're going to focus on what's holding you back, then that's where it may be. You need to focus on how to move forward. It does. If you notice, we have a gateway again, but this time that gateway seems to be blocked. And I want us to open that up and find out, okay, what do I have to do to move forward? You know what? We do get held back sometimes. All right. And it is a feeling of oppression at times. All right. So I want you to understand that that's okay, but it's how you deal with that. All right. That makes the difference in the world. So what are you going to do about it? We have the Three of Coins. This is talking about, notice we have Two of Coins right into Three of Coins. Three of Coins means you can't do this alone. Okay. Three of Coins is saying you need some more help. You need people that are around you, that back you, that your friends. You've got something you need to accomplish, but it is going to require, okay, maybe you're moving too fast, all right, and that what's going on, there's something that's left undone, that you have to complete everything on your task that involves other people and their involvement, okay? we have the tower. The tower is here to talk about big change. All right. Things are changing in your life, things are shaking up, things are going to happen. And you've got to take care of these three things in order to allow this change to happen in an orderly manner. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay. Dealing with change, you've got to deal with the change. You've got to deal with whatever's going on. You've got to deal with it with these people. You can't just go this alone. Not yet, but you are. I am really seeing unfinished business here. Okay. Because you want to do the change, and I think you're trying to do the change too quickly, unless you can actually put a fine period on the end of it. That's what's going to happen. We're looking at the 5 of coins. You might feel lost. You might feel like you're being held back, things like that. But look at what we have here, 3 of swords. The 3 of swords is talking about pain. All right. Have you dealt with the trauma that got you to where you are now? That has to be dealt with, okay, in order for you to move forward. There's something you can't just blow it off. It's got to be dealt with. We have the Hermit. It is time for you to walk your own path. But notice, in this Hermit card, she's looking to the left. She is looking into the past. You have to look at your path, see what worked, see what didn't. Shine a light on it. Shine a light on this trauma so you can deal with it. Because what this is saying is you're going to be stuck. What I'm really picking up from Spirit is you're going to be stuck like this until you deal with this bad boy right here. And that is whatever this trauma is that's got you locked up or something you need to deal with. We can't just walk away from stuff because that's not karmically correct unless you brought some closure to it. All right? Bring the closure. But trauma stays with you. So how are you going to deal with that? You'll never fully be until you deal with everything that's happened. Guess what? Temperance. Be calm. It's okay. Balance. One step at a time. Deal with the trauma. 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. 1 foot grounded in the real world, 1 foot in the emotions of it all. Okay? In the subconscious. You have to have that balance. Okay? Deal with what's going on in the real world. Deal with this trauma. Deal with what's happening. Then you can deal with the emotional angst of it all and be more excited and let this Tower card flow in a more organized manner. We have the Star. Remember, when we start getting frustrated, it's very easy to be frustrated and say, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Talk to Spirit. Spirit, I feel like I'm being held back. What is it? Did we sit still? Did we listen? Folks, this is for everybody. Our knee-jerk reaction is just, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks across the board. And what Spirit is saying here is one of the things we forget to do when things seem like they're getting hard, things seems like we're getting rough, and I'm being held back. Am I being held back? Or is it just not coming the way I want it? And do I need to look up? Do I need to remember I'm not in this journey alone? I have Spirit. I have angels. I have guides. I have spirit animals. I have everything I need to successfully perform. And this is saying you might need some healing. Okay. There is some of that trauma that's there. The 17 can also talk about healing and understanding and knowing where it's going so you can move forward in the right way. Okay. Cards sticking together here. Look here. King of Wands. You got to be in control of your fire. Okay. I've talked about this with people before. You know, the King of Wands, controlling your fire. If anybody smokes meat, okay, or barbecues everything, what's the whole secret? Fire control to getting that perfect cook. All right. What's the secret in your life? Fire control. Knowing your passion, knowing what you want to do, but having to deal with it. And sometimes, look, this king is saying, I have to deal with the passion of the past. A lot of things looking left here. And I want you to understand, deal with it so you can understand what's going on. So Let me know, Donna, if you want to talk about it. That could be our next session, whatever. Let me know what's happening. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. You got this. Donna, you got this. You know you got this. Okay. You've been through too much. All right. To not have it. Don't let something trip you up now. You're also on a journey. All right. I'm going to put some of these cards out here. Do this. Do this. Do this. Put them all back here. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm mixing some cards up. Whenever I pull that many cards, I just like, especially a new deck, because things tend to stick together. I just want to do, try to make sure that they're not, when I flip the cards or whatnot, that if they come out together, it was Spirit's will and not a new deck. Okay? It's one of those things. It's very important. All right. It's important to me. Spirit's probably laughing at me going, hey, I'll take care of that too. That's what's going on. But Donna Bangarang, let me know what's happening. If you need to talk, let me know. You know how to reach out to me, and we'll go from there. Carrie, Rev Rob, may I know this? Is there anything new coming up for me? That's a yes, no. Let's go right into a pendulum. Y'all know I love my pendulums. All right. We're going to go back to the copper pendulum because it's already said it will work for me tonight. We know it doesn't need cleaning. So let me unkink it. Oh, it just broke. So Gillian, you get to fix my copper pendulum. She makes a lot of these stuff for me. Man, I've got some beautiful stuff. And we're hoping one day to bring that to you so you can be able to look and see. So now I've got this. She made this one too. All right. My wife's so awesome. Okay. So pendulum, will you work with me? Right into a yes. Okay. And do you need cleaning? Nope. Okay. Carrie wants to know, is there anything new coming up for her? Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's do a quick read, find out what you need to know. We'll pull a quick 3 cards and see what's happening here. So Carrie, the pendulum is saying, Spirit, that Carrie is got something new coming up. Can you let Carrie know what she needs to know about whatever this new thing is or whatnot? Okay. What's coming up? Let's give Carrie a little bit of advice about just what she needs to know moving forward right now with things coming into her life. So here we go. First thing, wow, Queen of Swords. All right. Be logical. Take care of home. Don't be thinking about everything else or making something. Take care of yourself. This is going to be communicate. What I'm really picking up right now with you on the Queen of Swords is communicating with those around you very, very carefully, not guarded, but make sure you're saying exactly what you mean and exactly what you want. Communicate. Yeah, I'm getting a real draw in my throat in that throat chakra. Okay. Communication for you is going to be absolute key. And you need to understand that's where you're going. So communication is going to be huge. And it is around you, that nurturing. Don't get beat up in your head. Okay. Nurture yourself, nurture your thoughts, and see what's going on. Don't get stuck in the negative. The 10 of Swords. So we have a lot of mental stuff going on here. There's something that you've been going through. This is coming to an end. So that goes right down with what your question was. Is something new? Yes. The 10 of Swords is saying whatever burden this is, whatever thing you've been carrying, it's time to lay it down because this cycle is coming to an end. And we're talking about our conscious thought and communication, things that are happening up here. Okay. Not in the unconscious and the emotional or whatnot, but with things that are new that are coming up. This is going to need clarity of mind, time for you to take care. Look at the butterflies. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I just got that. Butterflies are transformation. Okay. It's time for you to look at your life and maybe change the way you're thinking about your life or something that's going on. This is time to come to an end. whatever is happening. Use your personal knowledge and your intuition. The high priestess. Now, let's look at this. I have the queen, which I count as a 13, okay? A 10, 23, 24, 25. 2, okay? 25 on this is when we talk about 2, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about partnerships, we're talking about whether that be with God, spirit, higher self, your higher conscious, or other people, work, things like this. Okay. 25. 5 is conflict, but 5 is creativity. All of that blends together. When you have a 5, somebody like me is a 5. Okay. Where, yes, I can be very volatile, but at the same point, I can be very creative. I'm open. I know Gilliam will throw things at me and I will see things in a complete different way. So the 5 is nothing to be scared of, but it is to know what it is. Now, when you bring those two together, we have a 7. So in this partnership, in some of these things of whatever's going on, in this conflict, it's time to stop and get the right mental picture. 7 is analyze it. Don't move too quick. Don't stay stuck analyzing it. But also what the 7 is saying is look at your blessings. What do you have to be thankful for? There's an answer to some of this that you've gotten lost. See how it's behind her? The pomegranates, the growth, the new life, getting through there. Okay. All right. Let this happen. Let this 7 occur. Now we're at a 7. Let's go here with a 4. 4 coins. Sweetie, time to think about yourself for a while. With your money in this real world, it's time to focus on you. And when we have the 11 is the first angel number. 1, new beginnings, new starts, the individual that's you. All of this coming together at such a strong, potent point. So this is about understanding there is new things to happen. You're going to have to change your mind, your way you think. You're going to have to look, and some awesome things are coming for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull another couple of cards. Some movement's going to be required. You may be actually, this could involve an actual move. And when I look here, I've got the movement, the Ace of Wands. Wow. All new fire, all new desire, maybe looking at new goals, new direction for your life. And then we have here, this is funny. First time I've gotten this card in this deck, 22, the wise cat. All right. Keep in mind, cats move between the spiritual world. Cats have 9 lives. Things happen. What I want you to understand here is wisdom is playing a key role. Remember, we have this young lady right here. This is going to be very, very important. So we ended with an 11 here. An 8 would be 19. Okay. Well, we ended with a 25, right? Am I right? 13, 25. So we had 13, 23, 25. Let's go to 4, 29, 36 with our 29, 37, 38, something new, 38, 58, 60. Victory blasting through. 6 plus 0 is 6. Guess what? This is all going to work for your good. You just got to be ready for it. You're going to have a trip coming. Okay. And I mean a mental trip, very possibly a real move. Things like this are happening. Things are moving in your life. Be smart. Don't get freaked out. Use your brain. Make sure you're taking care of you. And it is okay to think of you right now. Something's coming to an end. New things are happening. All new things are happening in this real world. This 4 of coins. Don't spend money foolishly. And it is okay not to give somebody some money right now and say, I got something going. I got to see what's happening. Okay. So, wow, you got a lot going on, sweetie. I'd love for you to keep us posted. I know everybody would love to hear about that one. Wow. Bangering. So, yes, new coming up. There you go. I really want to know about the trip, the movement. If this is talking about moving into a new, um, an actual new location, if this is talking about moving into a new relationship, moving into some different things, or spiritual movement, mental movement, let us know. But this is going to be big. There's some big things shaking for you, and you can handle it. You just got to keep your wits about you. All right. Hope that makes sense. Wow, bangarang. That's really cool. That is really, really cool. So, you know what? I think we're about there. And that unless I missed something, Gillian, just give me a thumbs up if I'm seeing that we're good. So wow, that was a fast hour. That Deborah said it right. It's time for you, Carrie. Take care. So much love. Bangarang. Absolutely. That's what Carrie. This is going to be an exciting time. I've told everybody 2025, this is your year. We're moving into the month of May, that 5. Okay. Now, that 5, remember, is a month to be creative. It's a month to shake things up. It can be a month of confrontations and conflict that we're in right now. Okay. Sometimes we need conflict and we have to address it. Gil and I were watching a show last night. I'm not even going to what it was. We got caught into it, something really stupid. And between two guys, you got one guy that's like a powerhouse, another guy that's just, okay, stand up. So there's going to be some conflict. It's going to be huge for everybody to understand and move with the power of the mind, to keep things going, to understand logically. Do not put emotion into it. Look at what's happening, but this is the year to make your move. Wolf, if you're still here, this is the year. If you're going to shake it up and do something new. And let's find out, because this year, all the numbers are there. Here's a 9. This is a manifestation year. You can make the best of your life. Guess what? Hats. Next Friday, look for it. Everybody, Monday, 8:30. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'll be doing more readings, things like that. We're working towards doing where I'm going to get everybody onto Zoom so we can hear each other. I can hear you. We can talk, things like that. And let's find out what's going on. So, but with all that being said, okay, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Banger.